Hey guys, I'm Katie, and I'm going to go ahead and give my speech on my informative topic. So I went ahead and made a PowerPoint, so I'll go ahead and put that on. Okay, so let me go ahead and do that. Alrighty. So my topic is on airline security. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay. So one of the most recent threats to occur was on December 25th, 2009, so on Christmas Day, when a Nigerian man named Umar, who was 23, attempted to detonate explosives that were sewn into his underwear from a flight from Amsterdam to Detroit. Now, thankfully, this attempt was unsuccessful as the bombs failed to detonate. This being said, though, it could have been prevented. As the bombing attempt was being done at the airport in Amsterdam, they didn't have all the advanced security to detect the bombs that were on the said person. However, because we have those advanced security procedures in the United States, this will likely never happen here. So the overall aim of this speech is to inform the audience about airline security in the United States and why it has become what it is today. There are many incidents that have caused the increased security, including the new form of security that was formed, the TSA, or the Transportation Security Administration. So before all of these new airline security measures, there were many incidents with hijacking, especially in the 1960s. One of the first ones being when a passenger forcefully hijacked a Florida-bound plane, which means it was going to Florida, and he made the pilot fly to Cuba instead. So in the 1960s, as stated before, there were many plane hijackings, and just in the year of 1969, there was 87. And of those 87, over 40 of those occurred in the United States. Okay. So I also wanted to show y'all about this incident that occurred in 2001, where there was a shoe bomber by the name of Richard Reed, who hid explosives inside of his shoes. Thankfully, his attempt was also not successful. So one of the first things that people usually think about when it does come to plane hijacking and the increase of airport security would be 9/11, and that is correct. That incident did have a cause for the increase of airport security, but there are also other incidents that have occurred that also took toll in those decisions. For example, the 2001 shoe bomber incident, which is why we take off our shoes at security nowadays. And as mentioned earlier, in 2009, there was the underwear bomber, which is why we now have body scanners to prevent any unknown explosives from passing through the security checkpoint. There have still been some attempted terrorist attacks since the increase of security, which is why it is important to keep updating the security equipment. So when it comes to keeping citizens safe from explosives, guns, and any other potential harmful equipment, the security teams take full precaution. However, there is still another side of TSA security that many people don't always talk about, and that is drug trafficking. So many countries have experienced problems with drug trafficking, including the United States. There have been over 44,000 screeners hired by the TSA to try and prevent anybody from passing through security with any illegal items that could potentially hurt any of the fellow workers or passengers. To help with this, the TSA started to use AIT, which is advanced imaging technology. And so we use those scanners to help detect any contraband hidden within clothing or on the body of the passengers. And ever since these new measures and protocols, drug trafficking in the United States has decreased dramatically. So the TSA officials are also trained to be on the lookout for any suspicious activity that the passengers could be exhibiting. For example, somebody could be walking funny, meaning they have possible drugs hidden in their body crevices. They also look for nervousness, and even sometimes the passengers' stories don't make much sense. So a lot has changed with the United States airline security measures. Many may think for good or for bad reasons, but they have changed for the sole purpose to try and protect the United States and its citizens. The changes that have been made for the United States airport security have been changed drastically over the years, and it has taken some adjusting to. Overall, airline security has changed a lot since when our grandparents were kids, but the question that you and many people may ask was, is it worth it? And is it doing any good? That is for you to decide. So, thank you, and have a good rest of your day. Thanks.